Hello everyone and welcome to my third session in my 100 photos challenge in one evening. So this is my first layout for this session and I only have 2 photos, and I discovered that the less photos I have, the longer the layouts take me, because I believe there's more blank space to fill or somehow design around. So doing this challenge has made me realize that. And so if you are in a hurry, I think if you do have a lot of photos, get more on a page and you'll feel more satisfied. You'll get more done, I think, and you'll have less, maybe like how I have, just kind of anxiety of having blank space, which you'll see in this layout, how I start filling it. So I didn't do much so far. Again, I also discovered my first layouts in a scrapbooking, I guess, night like this does take me longer, and then as my mojo gets going, I do tend to pick up speed and my creative juices start flowing. So this layout took the longest for this session, but I'm still happy to say it only took, you'll see at the end, but it took 20 minutes only. And I struggled with this one because of that red paper. I struggled with where I was going to put it and how much of it I wanted to show. I was trying to match the sketch, but the sketch had more photos, and so it had a larger piece, and so I tried to copy that, and it was just out of balance. And then here I tried to add some more to make a triangle with the red. So I'm adding another piece down here to be like my journaling spot. But I just struggled a bit with this layout. The red was bright and I only had 2 photos, so I had to incorporate layering and things like that to make this page. So there, I just added my journaling there, and then I went through my enameled shapes here and found that hashtag there, and then I added some more stickers here at the bottom of this photo. These were some fun pictures I had printed. So just these enamel dots come and just kind of help me fill the page a little bit. And then here's where I dealt with the blank space. I edited out me staring at it for about a minute, and then I just took my white gel pen and I just started making random dots to mimic splatters. So this is a controlled way to get that splattered look. And again, if you're in a hurry, you don't want to have to wait for things to dry, or you don't want to mix some paints and do all that kind of extra mixed media type of work, but you want to get that look, just pull out your white gel pen if you have one and draw these little specks and dots wherever you want them. So I really like the way that turned out, and it was a quick and easy solution to fill the page a little bit. I got that splattered look, and it was quick and easy, and I didn't have to wait for anything to dry. So this is my first layout for this session, and here's the stats, 2 photos down, and this one took me 20 minutes. And this is my 7th layout overall for this entire challenge. So on to the next spread. So this one will have more photos on it. And I just wanted to also mention, I am counting time in between each layout. I am going bam, bam, bam in real time from one layout to the next. So there is maybe about a 2 to 3 minute period between layouts where when I finish one, I move it aside, I put all the extra scraps I have back in my little iris container, and then I have to pick or find out the next photos that I'm going to work with, and then just pick which background paper I'm going to use for it as my starting point. So that has been taking me about 2 to 3 minutes, but it's not much time. I'm not editing out much of that time. I am really sticking true to the challenge of trying to get as much done in one evening and counting the time as a whole. So each session I am just going from one layout to the next. So here I just tried something a little different. Instead of matting all the photos together in one kind of just big rectangle, I chose 2 different pattern papers, and then I offsetted the photos. So I thought that gave me some nice little corner there where I put that label to kind of embellish, and it gave me a nice little spot. And then here I'm adding the title with some alphas that I had in my stash for a while, and one of the letters ripped. So that was fun to try to deal with it, but I left it alone. But again, just something to keep in mind with the products that I'm buying, not to buy this type of sticker. It's just kind of hard to work with. It looks nice, but it was hard to work with, and it did rip pretty easily, and it was a little hard to stick down also. So anyways, just trying to use my stash though. So happy I had all the letters to write my title. And then I added another, just another label for an embellishment there. And then I just felt I wanted another embellishment, but again, I didn't have much in my kit. And I just so happened to have this journaling card kind of on the edge of my desk. And I saw it, and so I decided to cut out the word. And I liked the pop of pink from this mostly blue toned spread. And I just cut it out, and I thought it added a nice little accent and broke up all the rectangles and square sharp corners that I had. And so now I'm just adding some more of these enameled hearts. And I'm just picking whatever I have and trying to make a visual triangle to have 3 of them. So here I picked the 3rd one there. And then I'm just adding these stickers for the date or the year of these photos. Again, these were in my kit already, so it was quick to pick those out. And then here I just wanted to add a little something. I didn't want to keep adding the lines that I've been adding, so I decided to add this nice little squiggles, as you'll see. So again, just use your creativity, use the tools you have, get a pen out and just doodle, and it could turn out like a nice embellishment. So that finishes the 2nd page, and so this is my overall 8th layout, 5 more photos down, and this one only took me 14 minutes. Yes, I'm so proud of that. I can't believe I'm getting layouts done in less than 20 minutes. It's amazing. So here's my last and final layout for this session, and I wanted to go with a little different sketch, which had a lot more white space, but more horizontal lines, where most of the other ones I had a little bit more of a vertical feel. And so again, just picking papers. I was going to use little strips of that dark blue, but that would have taken too much time. And so I just cut a larger strip and layered this designer paper on top to get the blue on the top and the bottom of it, which is what I wanted anyways. So I'm sorry I'm a little out of frame to the left there, but you're not missing really anything over there. So here again, I'm just adding some pops of color, little bits of layering, again just using the back side of that same designer paper to give me color and a contrast with something that still matches. So again, that's a quick tip. Use the front and backs of your designer papers together. They've already designed them for you. They go together, and usually it helps you save time because you don't have to dig for another piece of paper. So here I'm laying out these photos, and these are from the same event, but rather than have the same title or things like that, I chose these photos to go together because this is just me and my whole family, my kids and my husband, and we each took pictures with me. And so me putting these photos together on one spread, it's kind of like a family spread rather than focusing on the event we were at. So a fun way to mix up the pages, even though they are all from one event. I made this more of a family layout. So just using these word stickers, and then here I'm using some more of that paper, and I'm just cutting out a banner out of it, just kind of freehand, and I wanted to add it underneath the title here. And then I decided I wanted to layer it because that pattern was just so busy. It just to me was too bright and bold. So I cut another banner out of that blue pattern paper, and then I decided to layer them on top of each other. And so by doing that, my perfect opportunity to use my tiny attacher, which I forgot I had chosen as a tool to use on this challenge. So I was able to use my tiny attacher, which was perfect for those little tiny, little thin banners. I added these date stickers here, and so I'm just going to simply glue those down. Even with the staples, it's not a problem. And since I had my tiny attacher out, I just said, hey, I'm going to use it some more. And so I just added some staples on all 4 corners of that designer paper there. And then here again, I didn't want to just do the same thing I've been doing of adding the lines all the way around. And so because this has that horizontal feel, I just did 3 not straight lines on the bottom here to add an accent. And then I'm going to do the same at the top. So again, just using a pen and sort of doodling and to make my own embellishment or accent on my layout. So that will finish this third layout for this session. And so here's the details, my 9th overall, 3 more photos, and this one took 12 minutes. Oh my gosh, amazing. So here's my totals overall so far for this challenge. I have 34 photos done, 3 hours done, and so I have 4 hours left. So stick with me as I continue to see if I could reach 100 photos in one evening. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.